It's let's see, getting towards the end of May. I think maybe the 30th here, and some good news here at Swing Away Golf Club. We're growing. I think we found the bottom. We hope in March. February was a big shock after a busy winter, and we really kind of went into scramble mode there. Towards the end of March, getting into April, we redid our pricing, redid our membership, redid our marketing strategy overall, and we're starting to see some results of that finally. Thank you. So thank you all for joining the journey. Be it whether you're watching the golf, whether you're watching the Clubhouse podcast itself, or any of the other stuff we're putting out there, or if you're just coming in and supporting, renting a bay. We've got some new members. It's been really exciting. So again, just wanted to start out with that to thank everybody and to invite the folks that haven't had a chance to come on down to check it out. I truly believe that I have the best setup. Definitely in Central Alabama. I would put us up against some of the bigger cities too, against Atlanta, Nashville. We've put some real world-class technology here in Birmingham, Alabama, and people are starting to recognize it and come in. So once again, thank you all. And that's going to kind of lead us into the first topic today in the Clubhouse podcast, and that's supporting local. Today's day and time, especially Anna and myself with 3 boys under 6, it's hard. It really is. There's some local restaurants that we both really, really want to go see that we haven't had a chance yet. There's some really great stuff out there that we want the opportunity to support, but just with everything that's going on in the business, Anna's new job, the boys, we just haven't had the opportunity. So I get it. I understand the struggle. I know how hard it is to get out there, but as a small business owner local to Birmingham, Alabama, I'd say I'm local to Homewood. I'd say I'm local to Hoover. We need that support. We need any support you can throw our way, even if it's just sharing, subscribing, liking some Facebook posts, talking about us. Every little bit helps, and it's like I said earlier, it's been a complete and absolute journey. It's somebody said to me the other day, opening a business like this is, your first year you're basically walking alone through the desert, and I felt that. I've gone through every round of emotion that I thought humanly possible, from the elation of the first few days where we actually made a break-even number to the first break-even week or month. We haven't gotten to a break-even quarter yet, but hopefully that's coming. It's the emotional roller coasters from the highs of closing the loan, getting the construction started, and just like buying a lottery ticket, convincing yourself that this is your ticket to the private yacht and everything, and then getting in the building and being so pleased with everything you have, and opening the doors to crickets pretty much. We had a decent grand opening, and started immediately getting people that were coming back, but I think I underestimated the rate at which it would grow, and the rate at which it would become self-sufficient. And that's been part of the journey as well, kind of underselling this whole project to Anna as roses and sunshine, and we get into it, and it's I will describe my day. What was it, 3 days ago? All this rain in Birmingham is great for me professionally, because it brings people into Swing Away, but it causes struggles personally, down to cutting grass. So I get up early with our kids. Anna takes a little extra time in the morning to get going, and she pays it back on the back end. She stays up a little bit later with the kids, so it all balances out. But anyway, so my middle son Teddy gets up very early, so he was up at 5:30, and I get up again with the kids, and so we'll start getting Leo's stuff ready, and eventually Frank will wake up. You'll hear him on the monitor, so we'll go get him and start acclimating everybody into the chaos of the morning. So up at 5:30 with Teddy, get the boys up. They've been out of school this week, so I think that was the day that Teddy and Leo both came to Swing Away with me for the day. Somebody picked them up in the afternoon. I worked open to close here at Swing Away. We happened to close early enough that there was still a little bit of sun. Must have been a Monday or Sunday or whatever the circumstance was. We happened to close. There's a little bit of light. And I'm driving home. I thought, wow, I mean, I might have an opportunity to cut grass. So, get in, just immediately throw some clothes on, run out. You're racing the sunset. Can I get it all cut? Can I get it blown? And the answer was no. I ran out of time for blowing. But anyway, you put the lawnmower up, get it cleaned off, and half of you's like, okay, well, let's dinner, bed. Where are we at now? And walk upstairs to the bedtime routine, and take Teddy to shower, help get everybody set up and ready for bed. And then Anna and I look at each other after Teddy gets down. We get him down, and we look at the kitchen. The kitchen's just an absolute wreck. So, she and I tag team the kitchen. And it's just, it's 10 o'clock at night at this point, and all you can do is get set up for the next day, get cleaned up, rest, relax, repeat. Rest, relax, rinse, repeat. I like it. And that's just the life, that we've chosen. Well, the life that I chose for us in a way. Kind of, undersold it to Anna that it was going to be a lot more fun. Not that we're not having fun. I mean, there are absolutely fun times, but just that snapshot of a day. What was that? 18 hours. That's the normal day in the life. Now. Good news, that being said, I'm month 12 in my little desert here, and we are starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. So we are proud and happy to announce that Jamal Brooks has joined the team here at Swing Away, and we've done an interview with him. So when we go back, edit this live, cut it down, we're going to put our little segment with Jamal in here. Jamal is going to work every other Thursday, every Friday. We've still got Alex. Alex is going to move to Wednesdays. So we have Wednesdays covered hopefully every Wednesday, or as many Wednesdays as Alex can. Thursday, we've got Jamal every other Thursday. And then every other Thursday, a kid named Mo. Mo, I apologize, I don't even know your last name at this point, but I know you have joined the team, and hopefully today will be your first day this afternoon. So when you get in here, we'll do a little interview segment with you. We'll cut it into this, and man, I'm so stoked to have three guys with me in this journey. Alex has been with us one day a week, pretty much from the beginning. And that's been my only day off consistently every week. So big, huge thanks to Alex. Thanks for sticking around and moving to Wednesday when Thursdays didn't work out for you anymore. It's going to be so great to have some help around here. Anna and I were already talking this morning about possibly looking at upgrading the cocktail menu and possibly our food menu if we start to get this summer pop that we're really hoping to get. We're going to kind of reintroduce the menu, maybe do a summertime menu, and just see kind of where it goes. This is our first year. We don't know what people are going to do when it's 102 and humid and yucky outside. We hope they're going to come to Swing Away, but we don't know yet. So once we start to see some of that, we will have some big things working here at Swing Away Golf Club. Again, just want to say thank you to everybody who supported us along the way. Please don't take this as an opportunity to take your foot off the gas, though. We got, we're starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel, but we got a long way to go still. So please keep pushing with us, for us, together, however you want to think of it. Welcome Jamal and Mo, and welcome welcome back. Not back. He never went anyway. Maybe took a week off. But Alex, thanks to the team, to the crew we're going to have here. Looking forward to a excellent summer. And that kind of concludes our business topic. Kind of giving you a bit of a look behind the scenes at the overall picture of Swing Away Golf Club. We're not where we want to be, but we're growing, and that's at this point that's what's important to us. Thanks again to everybody. All right, that's going to roll us right into our parenthood segment. So we've kind of been following this journey with Teddy and kind of teaching him to behave as a normal human being in society, as opposed to the little wildlings that you have before they understand the rules that society places on a person before they can enter society and the rules about which they can operate in society. And as somebody who kind of always bucked those rules a little bit, now having to teach it from the other side, I feel like I'm doing some learning as well. So, a particular instance that sticks out is Teddy's newfound love for everything food not prepared at home. Most recently, with them being out of school and being here with me up at Swing Away Golf Club, there's a Subway a couple doors down, and Teddy has just absolutely decided he loves ham and cheese sandwiches. So even though we have the ham and cheese here, we're fully capable of making an excellent sandwich. Something about the Subway experience to a 4.5-year-old just blows anything we could do out of the water. So that's been fun. We actually let him go in for the first time by himself. Now I'm standing at the door, at Swing Away, watching him walk 30 feet over to the entrance of Subway, where I can still see him when he's inside. But he loves it. That was a thrill for him. It was his first, real, as he would say, big boy experience. And it's so fun as a parent being able to curate these experiences for your children. And it's really kind of made me think back to when I was that age. I don't know if I have any memories of being exactly 4, but I can remember, there was a Wendy's and a Hardee's on our way home from school, or when my mother would pick me up, and a day that we got to stop at that Wendy's or that Hardee's, or there might have even been an Arby's or something like that. Those days were the days that stick out in your memory as some of the best days, even though, looking back, it's, not the best overall meal choice, but it brought so much joy. And now seeing it from the other side, I understand how much joy my mother must have had, seeing my face light up at getting in the Wendy's drive-thru. So, that's fun experiences. Enjoy those times with your kids while you have them. And it doesn't take much. I told a story the other day of all these toys we have at the house, but the kids love a box or a thing of yarn. I think that's the big picture that sometimes we miss when we're wrapped up in everything is, we can give you all the best toys in the world, but you and me playing together with this ball of yarn is more fun. And that, if you stop to think about it, that makes sense. That's my problem, is I need more and more to stop and think about these things rather than living so wrapped up in all the external factors. So there's your advice for the day as far as parenthood. And again, don't use this or take it to the bank. I'm not a particularly good parent anyway. I try very hard, though, because I have great kids. But thanks again. We'll roll on into our golf improvement topic. And, I think this is probably the second or third time we've talked about this. I don't do it, but I know the value is there. If we could play every round not for a score, but to work on a particular item, um, it immediately increases your enjoyment of the game. It increases the fulfillment you get out of it. And it ultimately will increase or decrease your overall scores, if you will. You know, putting yourself in these situations and working on particular shots, like right now, I have never been a high ball hitter. I've always been kind of a low line drive guy, and that's just been my golf game. And I've learned over the years how to kind of adapt to it rather than trying to fix the underlying issue, which is the fact that I can't stop a ball on a green because I don't hit a ball high enough. So now that I've gotten into the sims and I get all this data, I can work on these and talk to people, read tips. Hey, what can I do as far as my setup? Getting back, getting my shoulder under, and there's all these things. And with the real-time results on the simulators, I have really been able to dial in my game in a much more efficient manner because I see what I'm doing to try to affect the change. I get to immediately measure the results of those change, and then I can work on the practice repetition part of making the actual change to my golf game. And look, that's going to about do it for our live here. We're going to loop some of our golf here. I think this is TPC Potomac, maybe. Let's see. Oh, it's Victoria National Golf Club. And again, I don't even think the sound is going to come through on here. But these lives, when they stay on, it just brings more visibility to us. So again, thank you all for joining the Clubhouse. We'll get this edited down into a show, get it released hopefully in the next 7 or so days. And that's about it. In the meantime, keep coming in to Swing Away. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.
Stop. Not looking good. Alright, looks like we'll have is this tomorrow or Monday? Yes, tomorrow. Is this there? Alright. Where does that leave us here? 140 help wind. Let's see if I can go to 52, although not been hitting this 52 well the last few rounds. One of the things about editing these videos is when I get to go in and look at all my swings, I have noticed a dip in my shoulders. Caught a few moves I thought I had gotten past in my golf life. Goes to show you. What do you know? It'll make it past that last little flat and catch that downhill to get there, but quick 11-footer. Too much, too high. Will it stop? Thankfully. 3-putt bogey. Back to 2-0. My claim to fame hole here. I eagled this hole in front of my instructor who owns a competitive facility to me over in Hoover. Probably my proudest golfing moment. Striped a driver, striped a 5-wood, hit a 30-foot putt. All with Neil watching. Take especially out of the bunkers, loves you to get that open face, higher shot. It rewards you. Right to left, 100 yards down. Seem to always get bit every time I hit a 60 degree on this hole, but see, I mean, it makes sense numbers wise. Have a good hop. All right. Oh no, don't stop. All right, 2 birdies in a row. Interesting scorecard. More birdies than pars. Doesn't happen to me very often. One of my least favorite hole on the course. And one in which we attempt to pop up our 9-iron, sit up on that plateau and look down and pick our shot. Oh. Almost a hosel rocket there. Okay. Losing quite a bit. Now I will take the 5 wood and attempt to play a fade, but at a certain point, being aggressive when you know you don't have a chance is foolish. Got on the table now. Inch 11 attempt to play it safe. Here we go. All right. We're going to have our 10 cup moment here. Think about it. I'm trying to get off this wretched plateau. And we did. Not by much, but we did. So left ourselves a little bit of the bunker. Just have that help win. our skin there. We're going long par 4. Down in there a little. Wasn't much here from us, so I guess we can lie. That's the shot, though. So we're 20 foot elevated. Good wind helping push us in a little bit. 9 wood here. Probably be a little short. We'll stay out of that. No. No. Let me burn my last mulligan this early in the round. But is that going to change anything I'm doing? No. I have sense. Play statistical golf. That'll hang on and quit turning. So much for being a little short. Like that 136 ball speed. I like that. It's almost one of those like happy Gilmore where you gotta put it up the hill, let it bounce off of one hill and come back down. My thought is to try to hit it 30 feet. Right there. Let it stop at 30 feet. Start that race on down. I don't see any way of it stopping. Hey, curved on in. Not in the gimme range. And they've made the virtual turn here. We're now starting the 10th hole. Grab a sip of water. 5 yards short of pin high and then down. Good. Roll around that bowl and come back. Double. Alright, 341 yards elevated fairway. Get some extra loft out of this one. Do want to be on the left hand side, but get a little bit of distance and fudge and be a little on the right. I would trade distance approximately to the west, I believe. That 260 on that 60-foot elevated landing area. I know from painful experience that a hump coming off the bunker green will push you across the green. So try to mess with it. A little bit of a backstop there. Walking on to the next one. Wish I could say I played that fade on purpose. Sadly, I did not. If you want to think that I did, I would appreciate it. Oh no. Oh no. Dastardly green. I mean, that could be all the way off the green, down the fairway. There's nothing over that. This green is 30 feet away. Coming back up to par though. Not really afraid to manhandle it. I thought I hit that pretty hard. Alright, we'll take our 3-putt bogey. Par 3 here. 185 into a stiff 7.5-mile-an-hour wind. Down 30 feet. battle with that wind here. I think if that were a few more inches, that rolls up right there. Just absolutely right there. Well, come on. That's going to help our stats because technically we did not putt on that hole. 78, same thing, into a pretty stiff wind here back. Holding our own against double. I mean, 4 over. The world of good golfers isn't anything to write home about, but anybody who was a 15 handicap about a year ago, I'll take it. Step on a 52 here, but last few times I have. It's really not been to my advantage. So 52. This is for your ability to stay in the bag. Where the cut came from, but roll down the hill. Keep on rolling down. Oh no. Roll another way. Soften it. Definitely one of the hardest greens I'm aware of. this. And go straight. As long as it doesn't draw. That's when we get ourselves in trouble. Observe that. Now I'm just kind of get something up just short of the green there. The false front is what we were scared of. I knew I could get something on that first little front of the green, but with that false front the way it is, look at that, I would have ended up 50 yards back down the fairway. Yards with 2 feet upfield. So you can't get a feel of how high I would play that putt, so I think I will end up chipping here. I'm going to go 2 grid lines up. Let's see what happens. Let's go there and don't move. That would be one if you were playing, you would run up and try to get your mark on it. Nice par 15-footer. Stiff uphill. Some magic here to break 80, I think. 5 over. In our face again. So much love now. Good area. Grooves high. We're dead on down 10 feet. In our face. I've actually been working on my 56 for that 100-yard distance because my only option used to be going as hard as I could on a 60. There's just some situations where it's not good for me. Carried under the green, bouncing right there on the first cut. It's a totally different outcome. Well, we had enough power just to get high enough to come off the hill. That's 16 at par 4. Yeah. think I've gone through with a 5-wood before. I don't like that though. Golly, Chuck. This is about the time of the round the fatigue starts to set in. Not in the best shape. Taking this many swings in well under an hour at this point. But I tell you what, for those who have followed somewhat of the journey, a lot better shape now than I was 10 months ago when we started this. Tough. Tough. Five to take us home here. This is a good nine for me. Let's play it in the front here. A bit of a stroke down nine. Lost my glasses, it better be a good reward. Unless it bounces, it's a good bounce. Don't complain. Another one will play up high and see what happens with it. 8.4 yards, 24 feet. Concern was really what the difference stuff. Could be on our way to another 3-putt bogey. Alright, 18. Mercifully, we have reached the last hole here. And, the finishing hole above the tree in the center of the fairway. Naive young man when I first started playing this. I did not know about a tree in the middle of the fairway. And it took a while to get my memory to commit to remembering it. Many many an afternoon behind that tree. Roll past it. All right. See, that's the thing. You just work out that way. Get it past the damn tree. All right, 247. Smart money lays up again. Called me smart money. See what they know about me. Maybe in somebody's yard. No, no. Different tree. Alright, so we need to know what we need to carry it here, and we need to do the math on our loss. So we need to carry it 40 yards with a lower lofted club. Oh, don't blow it past. Hey, for once, one of my crazy shots might have done something. Come on. Come on. Hey, I'll take it. Is it gonna say? And it stopped too. I tell you what a way to end. That's golf. That's why. Look at that. Such a terrible back nine, and then end on a perfect under the tree chip shot. As always, thank you so much for tuning in here. Okay, we got that. Right to check. So, again, it's not a consistent day for us, but we broke. Wanted to come back on here. I just realized yesterday that Full Swing has really upgraded and released a new version of their driving range here. So I wanted to take everybody through it. Kind of as I'm seeing, this is really the first time I've come on here as well. And we're going to start out. Let's not start out 460. Let's just take a few whacks with the pitching wedge here. I like that they have the data in the top right now as opposed to the bottom. Nice ball tracker there. And into our video, I love this screen that they've kind of increased the size of that, giving us more to look at there. Can also always change the duration of our video too, to kind of if we're not happy with the way we're impacting the ball, I'm gonna work on some changes. Really get as granular as we want here. Again, I wanted to try to pull an outside in path. Let's see where we got. So, path. Let's see, I think all these numbers. So our club path was about 2.5 degrees left. So I guess they're calling that the inside out. And then our phase 2 path was 1.5 degrees open. And I tell you what, I love how granular we can get with this data here. If you look at the top left, we have our little dispersion tracker. Let's see if we can put a little draw on this one. So I'll aim to the left and see if we can't draw it back to that white line. Draw it. We didn't start enough left, or I'm going to guess that we got that pretty thin and heely. Just try one right up the gut, straight. Do that. Relatively straight, little push. And I'm not displeased with that at all. About 142 yards of carry on the 22 degree launch angle. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Alright. Thinks of longer iron. I don't hit my long irons very well, but hence the reason I carry a 9-wood and a 5-wood in my bag. That's a 4-iron. You can see why it lives in the bag unless I need to get under something. That's why. Low speed's good. Toey. So we'll kind of play around with some of the features now for a second. Everybody see how terrible I am with 4-iron. See, we've got our timer here in the top right. We can get into this shot dispersion here. You want to track it, tell it what club you're using. It'll separate it all out by color. As for now, it thinks we're hitting the driver, but that's okay. So we can go into our shot history and say we thought one of these was an outlier. That one. Just go ahead and take that out of our statistics there. Go back. Got some more accurate data. Right, so as far as what else we can do here, let's check it out. Put a little target out. So let's put a target the green out at elevation. We'll say the green is 100 feet. Seven iron would be about a 200-yard club for us. To the elevated green, right when you stop. center or so. Spin right there. And that one. Alright. Just graph it here and see what we can get. There's the last shot. There it is. Alright, so as we kind of get into the numbers here, let's see. Our path is coming in that blue, so that's going to be a little right to left. Face angle is closed, face to path, closed. And you see the results there. That was what you expect. Thank you for Swing for the upgrade on the driving range. I do feel like it's much. Alright, so we'll end this. And we'll check out the target range, which for me has been a great help. Where you get a complex of different green complex, or a grouping of different green complexes, I would say, to kind of work different shots, different clubs, different distances. Got
That's a pretty good
short
distance
side
out of our
itself.
driver. Low
Give
putt,
yourself something
decent
to
scramble.
run. That's just a really innovative way of being able to do this. So I want to work on this one. I don't want to come over that, but not too much working against me there. So about an 80-yard shot. We're getting serious about it about February of 25, and about September of 25, we're getting ready to open here at Swingaway Golf Club. It's been an interesting about 7 months. We've really had good tracker numbers since early November, so I would consider May to be our 7th month operating. We've had a lot of ups and downs. Getting into how expensive advertising was, you see here kind of what I'm doing to offset how much I was spending there. Because this is a seasonal business, and when people are out on the golf course, they kind of forget about us, and that's why we're doing these videos to kind of teach you about the value of the data that where you're hitting these types of facilities, especially
We'll take
in my
a
opinion,
beginner or a very, very
without further ado, let's go ahead
green
and
amateur and improve their game as quick as it can be improved.
All right, as you see, we're at my nemesis, Pebble Beach here, and we are set up. It's the first hole, but we are on the driving range, so
make one more
kind of
little
loosen
stop
up
there
here. I
at the,
usually take between 5 and 10
for the, short
strokes,
game
just
facility.
kind of loosen into the day. Dropping kids off. Start with a lofted wedge. This is a
true pitcher might,
even though it's considered a 48-degree wedge by Titleist. All in all, great upgrade, great
here.
changes. I see great new tools to help me on my journey to continually improve my game. Alright, so we'll take a quick look at this. And this is going to be very similar to the other one in that, we can choose to bring it down here, there, go over some bunkers, see if we get some stop. Put it here, run it, here, run it all the way down to there with a tested bump and run. But I'm trying to pop some of these up and get some stop. So, and then if anybody's been watching, I still have my
golf
journey
you will have seen this shot.
swap off
a few
after one more
times.
shot. If you play in these too much, they'll start to kind of come apart right there. Separates the amount of footwork I got. So
Pop something and get about 15 plus yards of carry and then stop on swing.
I want to tear my tennis shoes up. While I'm doing that, again, lunch hour golf, the thought process here is go live, kind of talk about a round of golf, do a round of golf, maybe sprinkle in some business, life, this, that, and other in there. But ultimately, they'll be condensed down to around 10 to 15 minute videos.
That's about as much stop as I could have ever.
You know, just kind of put out there what these simulators look like, what they're capable of doing.
That on the course instead of leaving it short and rolling back.
And just, you know, how translatable it is to the real world. Even though I've never played Pebble Beach, I'm fairly certain that when and if I do, I will have valuable insights on the course that people who have never played it on a sim,
everybody knows how to do it,
even though you know caddy, things like that.
Stop. I would love to learn that.
My expectation is that I will be more confident in a lot of these shots that are incredibly difficult with disc golf. Whoops. All right, here we go. Now, correct shoes. I hope it's giving you a little glimpse of value that this type of simulator, these type of launch monitors can bring to your golf game. Thank you for tuning in. I think I've played the last couple rounds in my tennis shoes.
Swing here. We're just going to
I really think
just
that little bit difference in elevation.
That was not a lot of
Practice. We'll be on the first tee here at
great start to our Saturday
at Pebble Beach. Again, not one of my better courses. I love it. It's probably one of my favorites.
20 yards.
But if here to Swingaway Golf Club,
Wind doesn't affect us that much on
that's
this
difficult. If not the most difficult.
We'll just
Alright, so we're just going to take a nice, easy driver here because we could easily run through the fairway. Look for a little bit of cut here, line up for a little bit of a cut. Up just about 10 feet. Yeah, we're good at bogey. In the woods, it looks like. It's dead straight. And that's, I know better than going right with the driver, but in the hopes that somebody may be watching. So I got 175 here. Alright, bogey out of the gate. 16.5-foot screen. See, come on, a few feet away. Roll right into a par 5 here. Yeah, I think we can. I'm glad I didn't play the champion. Into exceedingly fine fairways here. No, we might need to stop. Oh goodness. Heard slight goodness.
so
Tee it down a little bit. Just caught up in the thick rough there back in the back. Probably gets low and relatively straight. That's a big gap. 3%. Penalty for catching that big fall back rough there. 24 feet.
I'm going to give it 2 miles.
Down,
Oh, a pretty good clip left to right.
oh no. We see 2 DODs. There's 2 holes. Get a lot of roll at Pebble. I don't think you're going to get that much, but got all that some creek up to the right hand side. So, cut here. Slide. Would help if you bring your putter from the putting green. Alright, so we got 18 feet, down 8 inches. Bunch of things left. Everything left. That's too much. Oh, way too much. That's gonna roll. 25%
13
loss.
back up the hill.
Oh,
Wind.
A lot working against us, so we're just gonna take this flight of 9-iron and pop something up and try to advance.
If I got that there.
Double. Start our day at Pebble. Double. Some Greek hazard. In true double fashion. One hole to
Quite a bit of
sock
loss
you in the
here.
face. That's par 5.
135, I think.
I'm sure you're awake. 52 pretty hard.
A lot more loosening up here.
And tucked back right today.
Got it pinned.
At least it's first cut. That gives us first cut.
Alright, here we go. 44 years.
Against the Pro V1 rather than the Pro V1X today, we're going to see a little reduction overall. Alright, 220, help win. Favorite club in the bag right now, Monopoly. Elevated green, so we're gonna need that help win. 5 feet, slightly uphill. Oh! Wow. See, I've seen that one before, just kind of pop those straight up. 50 loose and then 13. Up 6 would help. Make sure we clear the bump there. Push, and then we're just double stops. Pretty typical there to
Triple bogey here.
err on the side of giving it too much rather than short in the bunker. Alright, so birdie putt here at number 2. Alright, not doing a whole lot, so if we can just get something there, shot decent enough pace, I think we could legitimate shot.
I think
Well, if I got it there.
with a
Full but not. Woo! Snuck it in.
crushed.
One of our strokes back from that double.
About a 200-yard club for that wind. Just get an 8-iron there, especially with the front.
Alright, 361. This hole always gets me in trouble. Always want to push what I can get out of the fairway there and always keep the lead up. So I am going to, as you can see, slide it a little bit. Get about a 235 carry at least into a stiff wind. We're over them. Look at that.
Just about got the
We'll try this
235
again.
carry. We were a little choked down 7-iron. Up in our
Send it a
stance,
little
try to
more
get a
right.
little more length out of it.
It's quite a bit of loss here. 30, well, 17 to 30. So this is telling me you got a pretty bad
Still
lie.
didn't get the club face all the way around. Got the kind of the flight we were looking for. Stay bounds.
Probably play it.
Whew.
Where's the stake back at us? 5 or so. Maybe try to cut the it's saying the first cut. Okay, so.
Oh, it gave me a 10-foot even. Wow. Alright, first part of the day. Let's try to turn this around here a little bit. Got 382 yard air hard up 10 feet. Still going. Push right in.
Catch that break. Wasn't near hard enough, but got up there. Take it. Alright. 306. Okay. It's enough to be greedy. Probably. Put you in the mighty Pacific. Not as far as we should have gone
into that 6.5 wind. Throw that 52 up again. Probably a 135 club if I really take all of it.
yards.
One, I'm not
Same
hitting
wind
it
or
already.
back.
And with that wind, things will get there.
Position that in my stance where I could get a little bite.
The feedback you get on those videos, though, when it shows the actual impact,
2.5 feet, that's been critical.
And really threw my game in a short amount of time.
Take
To
one.
really just understand where the bottom of my swing is, to kind of adjust shots. So I'm losing quite a bit. Stop for us. Just stop for us.
Well, stop.
Right. We have 2 bars in a row. Putting something together here.
Alright, so we'll have
Those of you who haven't seen, and I'm in the process of getting everything moved to a different playlist, kind of separating out the podcast and this is. But if you've seen it before,
it's there.
Alright. I take risks that
Where does that leave us?
most
Here.
amateur golfers may or may not, depending on if they're in the States to the match or not.
140 with that wind.
We're trying to put in leagues and things like that to get some competition out of it.
52, although that
Help me think about the consequences of some of these bonehead shots. Loft, but looks like we got a little fade. Went out into the wind too. Oh, and it fell in the bunker. I feel like that was a good impact. So we're not losing much here. The fairway bunkers don't
about editing
typically
these
don't
videos.
like
You
too
go
much.
in and look at all my swings. I had noticed a dip in my shoulders. Caught a few moves I thought I had
90 yards,
gotten past in my golf life.
not much loss.
That's a shake. What do you know? It'll make it past that last little flat. catch that down here when I get there, but
Bite. A little more than I wanted it to.
quick 11-footer.
Tough.
Too high. We'll stop.
That next will get some stop, but I mean that's just so hard to do.
Back to 2-0.
10-footer back up is this par, I believe. Yep.
No, my claim to fame hole here.
Let's
eagled this hole in front of my
streak
instructor
alive.
who owns a competitive facility to me over in Hoover. Proudest golfing moment. Stripe the driver, stripe the 5-wood, hit a 30-foot putt. All with Neil watching.
We couldn't get to a streak of 3 par. We got 2 anyway. Alright, coming into number 1 handicaps. It's a stud piston. Just 490 yards.
I'll stand down here. Boy, I got a hold of that one.
Area down.
Take that. With the regular old Pro V1, not the 1X. Alright, 204, up 42 feet with the right to left. We got 9-wood or 5-wood. I need the 9. I'm thinking I need the loft. I'm willing to sacrifice a little distance.
Let me play it from down there? No. Mulligan number 2. I don't feel like that was out of a shot. Slide push. Fine.
Greenside bunker there.
It's just the same thing, right?
But it was quite a bad lie here in the greenside bunker. 39%. Hey, come on. Come on.
Alright, 251 now. 71.
So full swing, especially out of the bunkers, loves you to get that open face, higher shot. It rewards it. Much left, 100 yards down. Seem to always get bit every time I hit a 63 on this hole, but it makes sense, numbers wise.
61, pushing in 7. Hardly any loss to speak of.
Have a good hop. Alright. Don't stop.
Alright, 2 birdies in a row. 1 yard, pushing in 7. Split the difference
birdies
between the
and
ball.
bars.
Maybe right on that first cut
Happens
line.
to me very often.
Up to green.
My least favorite hole on the course. And one in which we have to hop up our 9-iron, sit up on that plateau and look down and
Thin.
Oh,
2 feet in the first cut.
nozzle rocket there.
No, it's a fringe. Okay. So,
Okay.
well, that's legitimately, we need to get fairly high on that hill. So it drops down quite a bit.
Now, I will take the 5 wood and attempt to play a fade, but at a certain point, being aggressive
Off on it there.
when you know you don't have a chance, it's foolish.
Get it higher, farther on that hill to the, oh. Off the look here with that.
Right on the table.
Far putt.
Don't you love an attempt to play it safe?
We watched yesterday. Here we go. We were having 30 and 40 foot par putts as opposed to these 10 or 12. I guess I was hitting them about the same rate, but can't win them all. So let's see, we got Saturday morning.
All right. We're going to have our 10 cup moment here. Slightly elevated landing area.
Nice help wind. I guess make sure right here. Wind do its thing.
Think about it. Try to get off this wretched plateau. And we did it. Not by much, but we did it.
Did what we wanted. I like the little fade.
We'll lift ourselves a little bit of the bump.
Alright, 145. We're in the bunker, but again, fairway
Not that
bunkers, they
helpful.
don't hit us too hard on the lofts. A little over 150, slightly downhill. We can get a pitch away. Oh, 48 there, but abundance of caution.
I won't complain about it.
A little fat. It's
So
really let it
if I
go.
carried it,
Bite.
the way it hopped, it looked like if I'd have got it a few more inches past that little ridge, we'd have got a nice settled bounce out of it.
Slightly down.
Escape with our skin there.
Alright. Come on down. Get there. Give me pour any day of the week.
We're going long par 4.
On Saturday morning.
And in there a little.
I would like to help winds we've been getting. But I've gotten any of them actually sail like that. It's fun to watch them sail through the air. And the first cut, and I'm happy. Alright.
Wasn't much here for
Yeah.
us, so it gives you a good lie.
42
That's
carry,
a shot,
282 total.
20 foot
We got
elevated.
more stayed in the fairway, not helping pull it off and then push us down. Probably be a little short. Just enough carry not to have to take on
very big margin from error. I'm thinking. We'll stay out of that. No. No.
48.
I burned my last mulligan there.
It's still a full shot, but nothing. We're not trying to hit it over the Empire State Building.
But is that going to change anything I'm doing? No. I have sense.
Nice statistical golf.
Oh, Charlie. Gotta hang on and quit turning. Just get back to bed for a minute. So much for being a little short about the life choices that got me to where I am. 136 ball speed. I like that. It's almost one of those like happy where you gotta put it up the hill and let it bounce off the windmill and hit that down. I thought it was try to hit it 30 feet. Right there. Let it stop at 30 feet. Alright, let's start that.
20-foot
Race on down. I don't see any way of it stopping.
Get there.
Hey. Curved on in. Not in the gimme range.
Okay, 65 yards, 9 hole.
And we made a virtual turn here. We're now starting to count on
Grab a wind.
what?
Pins in the back. I still think I can get my traitorous pitch back there. Judging my shot. A whole lot of trust in the relationship at the moment.
Finally got a good drive today. Finally.
This is golf. We're going to play decent rest of the week. Get up Saturday excited about where your game's probably going to be and hopefully going to be. Odds say actually we're wrong. This one's going to pop up.
Take a 9-iron here. Rather than risk at 8. That's gone.
Chance for a better execution. Wish I could have got
Yeah,
a
that
little
would have
stop.
been pin high.
Kept it within that gimme range, but
162, 5 yards short of pin high and that down. Good.
give me one. All right. Roll around that bowl.
Come back.
All right. A disastrous 43 here on the front nine. Let's see. Moment. Into a devastatingly hard looking 10
distance.
You'd really be upset about that. I mean, you whacked the 5-wood, but just kind of tells you that you're not good enough to play these types of courses. So we're losing 13%. 228 in with a left to right wind. I may start it left of the pin. I think I'm gonna aim it at that bunker because I just don't want to get trapped up in that hazard.
Let's get around the bunker. Take that 260 on that 60-foot elevated landing area. I know from painful experience that the hump coming off the bunker, the green pushing that around, but cross it. Yeah, just go away. Try to mess with that. A little bit of back stop there. Oh, just a tad more bite. We would have been walking on to the next hole.
So when I say I'll play this at about 30
I
yards,
played that fade on purpose.
it doesn't necessarily mean a power for me. It means kind of a distance when I pull back. I kind of have my little pendulum there on these. It means I'm going to go just a little bit short of what I know 35 yards is. I don't know if that's a good way, right, wrong way, but it's just my way.
Oh no. No, no. Oh no.
Did not carry it up as far as I
That could
wanted.
be all the way off the green, down the fairway there,
Range, but safe. You should have a birdie putt, man.
It's 30 feet away. Back up
First,
far,
as
though.
far as I can remember, first
Not
decent
really
one
so
for birdie.
manhandle it.
So here we go, 15 feet. Just a hair. Right to left. Got it.
I thought I had that one. Oh. Yeah, we'll take our 3-putt buggy.
All right. Got one back. One back here on the back now.
5 inches stiff.
Like scoring all that
wind.
fives.
Down 30 feet.
Because that's par 5 is what's designed. Okay, here's your shot. Being able to capitalize on that makes you
Do
feel better.
battle with that wind here.
You're taking a little bit of risk with this shot. That wind should hopefully protect us against all but the nastiest duck things.
Alright, 20 to 10.
That's gonna do it. Look at that, even got a fairway bounce and then rolled right behind.
Game of inches. I think if that were from more
Best
inches,
drive of the
that
day.
rolls up right there.
Behind the tree.
Yes, absolutely right there.
Abs. Well, flat. That push wind will help me kind of fade it around. Give us some good stuff about right there.
Come on.
Not even necessarily.
That's going to help our stats because technically we did not putt on that hole.
Otherwise,
Try to manipulate a 78, same thing, into a pretty stiff wind here in the back.
holding our own against another one.
4 over. The world of good golfers isn't anything to write home about, but somebody who was a 15 handicap about a year ago, I'll take it.
Come on, Win, where you at? No way.
Haley.
Our last one, we go to the 11th. Be a long way in.
Where? Alright, 122 up 15 feet. I got it there.
We got a lot closer.
Not really step on a 52 here, but last few times done that. It's really not been to my advantage. So
Alright, 52, 30 and a half, 36 and a half foot for birdie.
just for your ability to stay in the bag. Where the cut came from, but roll down the hill. Bone rolling down. No. Rolling the other way. Get that hill.
Catch that hill and come on in. Think you can get any closer without going in there.
Take the 403 feet up to. Soften it.
55 up, yeah. Left and right. So I think we're gonna try to take all of the 9-iron here. Probably goes off the back with a good hit.
That's one of the hardest greens I'm aware of.
Double chop. Come on, man. Do it. Tried to set up and go quick on that one before I had a chance to think about it and psych myself out.
Oh no, it's pretty shot right. I wouldn't waste a perfectly good drive here like we wanted to do on this hole.
In honor of my father-in-law, up here practicing bump and runs. Normally I'm more of an elevation guy.
302. Yeah, it's his 14th hole.
He's
Good
practicing
place to
short
finish our,
roll chip. Really, it's something that I need to get better at. In honor of John, here we go.
Kind of in that corner. Look for a normal fade on this. Goes straight. As long as it doesn't draw. That's when we'd get ourselves in trouble.
Operator error. Not the stroke. Top it.
Deserve that. Is kind of
Good theory, but if we get
something like just short of the green there.
Get back our birdie.
The false front is what we were scared of. I knew I could get something on that first little
13th
hole
green
with
here.
that false front the way it is. I would have ended up 50 yards back down the fairway.
311 yards. One of the wider fairways. We've
17 yards with 2 feet up the hill.
we'll go with the driving.
So you can't get a feel of how high I would play that putt. So I think I would end up chipping here. Probably gonna go 2 grid lines up. See what happens. Let's go there and go. That would be one if you were playing, you would run up and try to get your mark on it.
Tale of 2 days. Your golf swing, your golf game. Not that I really have shot 81 or 82 yesterday, but
Stiff uphill.
just feel, when you're striking the ball well, not scoring versus not striking the ball well. Following out.
Find some magic here to break 80 up there.
60 out, but we're going to put the ball back in the stance, give it a lower start, hopefully get out of the way.
In our face again.
Those instructions. Check the box there. That one's alright, leave it 25%.
One key
Up
bug.
the false front as well.
Sure, I only got so much loft out there. Good area. Grooves high. Turn dead on down 10 feet. In our face. I've actually been working on my foot 6. That 100-yard distance because my laps used to be not going as hard as I could on a 60. There's just some situations where it's not good for you.
So, some days on those chips, you're hitting the ball just right, getting right up under it. Some days you're banging the mat.
It's carried under the green. Bouncing right there on the first cut. It's a totally different outcome.
Please don't. Please don't. You gotta get closer.
Oh, we had enough power just to get it high enough. Come off the hill. That's 16 at par 4. 11 gap.
Go for it.
Even with that little wind in the face, I can go through with the driver. Really, honestly, I think I've gone through with a 5-wood before.
I have absolutely no
I don't like that
business.
though. Golly, Chuck.
Just trying to get absolutely high and absolutely as much stop as you can out of the driver. Pointed at the green.
I'll say this is about the time of the round the fatigue starts to set in. Not in the best shape. Taking this many swings in little under an hour at this
60
point.
yards. Right wind, moving quarter.
But I tell you what, for those who have followed
70.
somewhat of the journey, a lot better shape now than I was 10 months ago.
Let's just start it. Too much.
Greens are
Take
tough.
it the height we wanted, just not the stuff.
Tough.
Best looking birdie putt we've ever had. Birdie putt on the left. 30 feet slightly downhill.
Alright, 3 and a 5 to take us home here.
That's there. Down the line. Alright. Give yourself enough of those chances, even if they're technically not in your legitimate range. Eventually you'll get one from.
Bit of a shove down.
It is a straight par 4 on 440 yards. And right to left.
Lost my glasses, it better be a good reward. Unless it bounces, it'll be a good bounce. Won't complain.
There's where I should have stepped off.
Alright, so we're gonna have to go to 8.4 yards, 24 feet.
Losing 12. Shot for
Yeah, concerned with stuff.
another 3 putt birdie. Don't bounce. Don't go in the bunker. Oh, what a bounce. That was bad. Alright, we're giving ourselves another look at a birdie here.
Alright, 18, mercifully, we
Down
have
3.
last hole here. Finishing hole above the tree, center of the fairway. You young man when I first started.
A little strong. We needed to stop.
Oh, about a tree. Fairway.
Alright.
A while to get my memory to commit to remembering it. Maybe an afternoon behind that tree. Roll past it. Alright. See, that's the thing. You just work out that way. Hit it past the damn tree.
Keep away with them.
Alright, 247.
960, another par 4. And
Smart money lays up, but again, called me smart money.
5 wood.
seem to know about. Maybe it's in my yard. And, I don't know. Different tree. Alright, so we need to know what we need to carry it here. Push right, then we need to do the math on our loss. Got a way to go up there. Do a little in help from the wind and even better if we can put a little. So we need to carry it 40 yards with a lower loft butt.
That's a little much, so I'm just gonna nice straight yard carry.
Oh. Don't blow it.
No, not gonna get to 150 yards. Man, I feel like we hit that good.
Hey. For once, one of my crazy shots might have done something. Come on.
Quite a bit of loss from that.
Come on. Take it.
Pop it up and out.
And it stopped too. I tell you what, what a way to end. That's golf. That's why. Look at that. Such a terrible back nine, and then end on a perfect under the tree chip shot. As always, thank you so much for
Finally, a
here.
decent out from the sand. Is that enough to get in the drag range yet? Look at that. Sandy bar.
Yeah. It's not a consistent day for us, but we broke 80. That's a pretty good distance. It's out of our driver. Low putts, decent scrambles.
Alright,
Thanks again. Come back and see us next time. That water started.
NASCAR on Prime at Nashville Super Speedway. Music City, baby. Let me play you my favorite song. The sellout crowd tonight. This NASCAR on Prime.
Stream the Cracker Barrel 400 live from Nashville. It's on Prime.
Hey everybody, Walton Goggins here. Starting a business is never easy, but with GoDaddy Aero, that endeavor is about to become a whole lot easier.
Hey man, you got this.
Back on here, I just realized yesterday that Full Swing has really upgraded and
25 yards slightly up. I didn't do it. I just hope I got over the damn water. Come on. If there's any way, if I was good enough to carry it just to the way off the front edge of the green on that second grid line to the left pin, that would be what I want to do. 25 yards slightly up. If there's any way, to there. Not much run. I mean, going into that elevator. Yes, 261 done. Okay. Here. Exactly what we wanted to there. Not much run. I mean, going into that elevator. Yes, I should trust the pitch in my head one last time. Almost. This is but here is show some trust. Trust the pitch blade one last time. Oh, almost. This is trust will not be rewarded. Generally, yes. It's me. It's not the club. Do we show some trust? All right, 30 yards up 5. I don't know. Shot. Oh. Will not be rewarded. It's me, it's not the wind, it's just slow. So we again, so we dropped out. I'm playing pretty much directly at it. Wind will push it back 30 yards at 5. Bounce it back to right on. Shot. Should. 8 over 43. Directly at it. Do that. So we were 21% on fairways, 242 average, 22 on green. Not my best day, not my worst. Thank you everybody for joining.
Hello and welcome. Charlie Bolak, founder of Swing Away Golf Club here. Join me at TPC Potomac playing 18 holes on our Full Swing Pro 2.0 simulators.
Not my best day, not my worst. Thank you everybody for joining.
Hello and welcome. Charlie Bolak, founder of Swing Away Golf Club here. Join me at TPC Potomac playing 18 holes on our Full Swing Pro 2.0 simulators. stuck around this long, thank you. You're either asleep or really enjoy golf. Check us out next time on Lunch Hour Golf with Charlie Bolak. Thanks for tuning in. Well, if you stuck around this long, thank you. You're either asleep or really enjoy golf. Check us out next time on Lunch Hour Golf with Charlie Bolak. Thanks for tuning in.
Sorry, we're just getting off to a slow start here. We're still learning all the gear and getting off the ground here. So hopefully in a perfect world, this is live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube.
Got through here. Let me see.
Confirm that. But if anybody wants to jump in the chat, let me know. I can switch to portrait mode. I don't know what's better here. Just learning all the gear, phone or desktop. I guess probably in a perfect world, this is live on desktop or
LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, I believe. I don't really know.
It doesn't confirm that. But if anybody wants to jump in the chat, let me know. I can switch to portrait mode.
Let's see. Let's see if we can cut on over.
If most people are watching on phone or desktop, I guess probably portrait would be better for the phone, desktop, or landscape.
Continue here.
It doesn't give me the option.
Alright, and this is, I've had 4 shots already, kind of making sure all this is going to flow together.
Okay.
Well, let's see if we can cut on our 1 hour timer. We'll start the 1 hour timer at 9:30 on the course. Where are we playing today? Oh, one of the newer ones, Victoria National Golf Course, I believe it was in Illinois, it said. Alright, and this is, I've had 4 shots already, kind of making sure all this is going to flow together. See our 1 hour timer. We'll start the 1 hour timer at 9:30 on the course. Where are we playing today? Oh, one of the newer ones, Victoria National Golf Course, I believe it was in Illinois, it said. Let's just see if we can get a couple more straight. See, carries about 100 yards. Looks like we had an update this morning from Full Swing. It looks like they've kind of changed how they present some of the metrics. Let me get my glasses on here. Funny, it's a 16.5 foot wide screen, 4K ultra high def, this, that, and the other, and I still need glasses to see it from less than 10 feet away. Alright, so we're on the in-round practice here. We had an update technically on the first tee, but I've got it kind of changed how they present some of the metrics here. Funny, it's a 16.5 foot wide screen, 4K ultra high def, this, that, and the other, and I still need glasses to see it from less than 10 feet away. Alright, so we're on the in-round practice here. So we're technically on the first tee, but I've got it set up to be the driver my first shot. We have all of our metrics here. So we're getting a couple more decimals out of the carry. They're presenting the face and path different. So I'm thinking negative. Still fighting that. Probably an open face. Variety would it be? That was one of my first shots. So I'm thinking negative would be inside out, maybe. So we're getting a couple more decimals out of the carry. They're presenting the. All right. Also, we are back to the Titleist path different. So I'm thinking negative. We've tried out a few more balls and haven't really been negative. Would be hitting it very well. So inside out, maybe. And now we're gonna try the open. On the positive. Try going back to the. All right. Also, we are back to the 408 yards. Titleist Pro V1 18 feet. We got a little help wind. Normally don't get right into the driver, but I actually had a chance to try out a few more balls. Haven't really been feeling good about today, so why not? Now we're gonna try going back to the tried and true. All right, 408 yards. The landing area is down 18 feet. We got a little help wind. Normally don't get right into the driver, but I actually had a chance to hit those however many balls and feeling good about today, so why not? It's down there.
Same fade we kept seeing on the range. Good launch angle. Yeah, it's at 5.2. It's telling me I was open. My face was 5.2 degrees open. Alright, so we got 200 yards coming in on par 4. Same it's down there. Left to right wind. Same fade we kept seeing on the range. And we're losing 18%. Good launch angle. Yeah, it's at 5.2. It's telling me I was open. My face was 5.2 degrees open. Alright, so we got 200 yards coming in on par 4. Same left to right wind. And we're losing 18%. And for those of you new, again, this will probably not frequently be streamed on your LinkedIn. I wanted to connect that for different streaming purposes, but this is kind of me showing you that the value that indoor golf brought to me. I could play 18 holes in right at or under an hour. And for those of you new, again, really my workout of the day. Not frequently be streamed on LinkedIn. You know, when you're not stopping in between, you're trying to get in and get out. Purposes. You get the heart rate up for an extended period of time. This is kind of me showing you that the value that indoor golf brought to me. I can play 18 holes in right at or under an hour. 36 yards down 3 feet, and it's really my workout of the day. Losing about 25. You know, when you're not stopping in between, you're trying to get in and get out. You can get the heart rate up for an extended period of time. Margin, the worse it's telling you your lie is, and improve your golf at the same time. With the 36 yards down 3 feet, maybe hope for a little run. Landed just short of the green. We're losing about 21 to 25% of our power. And again, that calculation down the bottom left. You know, the wider that margin, the worse it's telling you your lie is. Best at all. So with the wind, we're just going to kind of do a little bump, maybe hope for a little run. Landed just short of the green. Oh, we did that. It's maybe one I'm not scared to putt the green. Not my best there. Best at all. Let's see. Let's throw the... What is this saying? What is the swing thought? Throw the pizza pan under the dud. It's maybe one I'm not scared to putt here. Oh, do it. Come on. So close. Give us yet. We'll start out with bogey there. What is this saying? What is the swing thought? Throw the pizza pan under the dud. Gave it a run on the recovery chip, but you know that approach shot, that third shot. Just, do it! Come on! So close. Give us yet. We'll start out with a bogey there. All right, so gave it a run on the recovery chip, but trouble. That lake's gonna follow us up there. That third shot. Got a nice little push wind that's also going to push us towards that. And then if we have our Friday morning fade that we've been having so far, probably end up in that bunker. Alright, so we don't want to draw it here, that's for sure. That trouble, that lake's going to follow us up there. Got a nice little push wind that's also going to push us towards that. And then if we have our Friday morning little fade that we've been having so far, probably end up in that bunker. That should be okay, but not the best to look at it. Looks like blind look too. So we're losing about 27%. I always shoot the worst case. Try to go a little long, a little short on the terrain penalty there. So 80 yards, losing 25. That's going to push us out of with a 5 mile an hour wind. We might get a 60 up there and just see what happens. That feels safer with it. So we're losing about 27%. I always shoot the worst case because I'd rather be a little long, a little short, a little bit more air. from the terrain penalty there. So 80 yards, losing 25. That's going to push us out of a, well, with a 5 mile an hour wind, we might get a 60 up there and just see what happens. That's a safer with it. 56, I think. Opposite the last couple days where our approaches were pretty good. It was our tee box that was getting us in trouble and our putter. So we got a lot of loss here. I chunked it. Go. We're gonna need to play this probably 50 yards. And high. These full swing. Opposite the last couple days where
for some reason
we
reward
were
a higher shot.
Good. It was
sticker them on the green. I do play firm fast
tee box that was getting us in trouble and our putter. So we got a lot of loss here. We're gonna need to play this probably 50 yards and high. It's not gonna stop.
Full swing Pro 2.0 sims.
It's like yesterday.
For some reason,
oh no, give it
reward
to
a
me.
higher
Right.
shot with sticking
We played
them on
the 10
green.
foot
I do
gimmies.
play firm fast greens.
So we're going to go into a par 5 here, the number 3 handicap, third hardest hole on the course. It's not going to stop, is it? It's like yesterday. It's going to make me. Oh no, give it to me. I'm not terribly worried about that. We played the 10 foot gimmies,
But I will tee it a little lower.
how about that? So we're going to go into a par 5 here, the number 3 handicap, third hardest hole on the course. Bet. You gotta go under left, 6 mile an hour wind, but it looks like we've got a little hump right there. So I'm not terribly worried about it. Might help us stay in the fairway if that wind is pushing hard.
But I will tee it a little lower.
How about that? Right to left, 6 mile an hour wind, but it looks like we've got a little hump right there. Might help us stay in the fairway if that wind is pushing hard.
We're safe.
Over left of that fairway bunker. But we're not in the water. 267. Because of that loft, I'm gonna club into a 9 wood here. And if you'll notice if you watch me play.
Oh, we're safe.
Kind of my get out of jail club. Left of that fairway bunker. Should be center there. But we're not in the water. Trying to move it forward and get a 7. Because of that loft, I'm gonna club into a 9 wood here. And if you'll notice if you watch me play, it's kind of my get out of jail club. Should be center there. Move it forward and get a look at it. Getting under these badly. Now we're behind the tree here, so we're going to move our aim point. With that wind, it's going to be hard to cut something too. Getting under these badly. Big cut. 35 losing some, so take a full 48 on the tree here. So open it up, our aim point, and at least if we put some cut on it, hopefully it'll just fight in that wind. Maybe not cut to the green, but it won't get pushed around by the 35 losing some. So take a full 48, open it up, and at least if we put some cut on it, hopefully it'll just fight in that wind. Maybe not cut to the green, but you know what I did there. Won't get pushed around by the catch it kind of fast. On the toe. Just trying to go outside in. I save a little embarrassment on this one. I don't really know what I did there. Did catch it kind of fat. Let's see on the toe. Just trying to go Outside in. Again, I caught it fat. I save a little embarrassment on this one. Again, I caught it fat. Alright, now the ball finally stopped rolling here. 44 feet, slightly uphill. Rarely, unless you're at Pebble on 6 or something, I would not take wind into account on these putt. Alright, now the ball finally stopped rolling here. 44 feet, slightly uphill. Rarely, unless you're at Pebble on 6 or something, I would not take wind into account on these putt. First putt of the day, we just didn't have it. For a bogey here, 15 feet. Salvage. But man. Part of the day, we just didn't have it. We got one. And for those of you who have not seen the lunch hour golf before, I found out about indoor golf about 2 years ago. Immediately fell in love. Not that I would choose to play indoor over outdoor, but the fact that it made so many more options available. We got one, especially to a guy who doesn't have much time. For those of you who have not seen the lunch hour golf, I went all in. I found out about and golf about 2 years ago. Love to have some immediately fell in love. Join us on this program. That I would choose to play indoor over outdoor, but the fact that in general, golf tips, made so many more options available. Check out the podcast, Clubhouse with Charlie Bolak, on our YouTube channel. I went all in, opened Swing Away Golf Club, and here we are. Great conversations on there, but we're going to try to blend it all in and still do the shows as well. Life in general, golf tips, into this golf style format. Check out the podcast, the Clubhouse with Charlie Bolak, on our YouTube channel, which we should also. And this is why always leave ourselves a few mulligans because great conversations on there, but we're going to try to blend it all in and still do the shows as well, but blended into this golf style format. I only give myself 3 around this. For all you purists out there. Oh, Charlie. I'll go through those. And this is why I always leave ourselves a few mulligans because I get into talking, lose focus. I only give myself 3 around this. For all you purists out there. Go through those, and it's just a really bad day. Almost rolled out of it though. They spared us a ton of loss there, only about 8%. Right at 100, so we'll play 110. Wind. Almost rolled out of it though. 56 play here. They spared us a ton of loss there, only about 8%. It's a little right at 100, so we'll play 110. Wind over a bunker. Quite sure what I'm doing. Definitely feels like I'm just a little right of the pin. Oh, well. Over the bunker. Got some room to run once we clear it though. Quite sure what I'm doing. The hope will be
just, carried about 10 yards or so onto the green. Gravity do its thing. .31 over the bunker. Got some room to run once we clear it, though. The hope will be just, carried about 10 yards or so onto the green. Gravity do its thing. Wow, what a course. Well, my second or third time playing this one, and it's kicking my butt. Since we're on the first cut, I don't think it's going to give me the line, so I see the grid markers moving. A decent flip. We'll start it just out of the cut. Wow, what a course. Well, my second or third time of playing this one, and it's kicking my butt. Since we're on the first cut, I don't think it's going to give me the line, so I see the grid. Blessed gimme zone markers moving. A decent clip. We'll start at part 3, an easier one statistically, so we can get ourselves out of this little good. Not call that. I mean, I hate the fact that that's the 15 handicap. Got it. In the blessed gimme zone. All right, part 3, an easier one statistically, so we can get ourselves out of this short. Left to right wind. Not call that. I mean, I hate the fact that that's the 15 handicap. See what that gets us. So I think we're going to go with a 9-iron. Okay, being a little short. Left to right wind. Moves over just a hair. See what that gets us. Good center of the club contact, but I must be hitting the ground first. 30 yards uphill, losing 33%, it looks like. Gotta carry the bunker and not lose the green. Good center of the club contact, but looks like it's going to go be right to left once we get on the green, so maybe the tip of that tree to the right of the cup. 30 yards uphill, losing 33%, it looks like. Gotta carry the bunker and not lose the green. Looks like it's going to go right to left once we get on the green, so maybe the tip of that tree to the right 10 feet 1 inch, or 10.1 feet. Another turn of the cover, and we'd have been in the gimme range and got our par and be walking to the 6th hole. Good enough. Maybe snuck it in 1 inch, or 10.1 feet. Another turn of the cover, and we'd have been in the gimme range and had our par and be walking to the 6th hole. All right, statistically the hardest hole in the course here, playing 412 yards. Nope. Maybe snuck it in the right side of the fairway. All right, statistically the hardest hole in the course here, playing 412 yards. Better too. It's got me shaded to the right side of the fairway there. Got it more realistic. Landing area is down 9 feet. Gives a little extra flight. Not much of a factor in the planning of the shot. Better too.
landing area is down 9 feet. Gets a little extra
Go
flight.
through,
Not
yep.
much with
Factory
away.
planning
Hang
of
up
the
in the
shop.
first cut. All the way to the rough. But good news is 280. That's great. Earned 44 yards, losing
through,
25%.
yep.
So couldn't even hang up in the first cut, which is about 170. I think we're in the rough.
But
But again, good news is 280. That's great. Iron. I don't have to worry much about that tree. Earned 44 yards, losing 25%. So should be about 170. I think we're going to take 9 iron again. 9 iron. I don't have to worry much about that tree. Sure what we did there. Something like that. A little off the toe, but didn't feel like that was that bad of a ball. Not much. Penalty coming out of the rough.
5 feet.
Yeah, a little off the toe.
Inclined to take over, but then we're just kind of
Easing down the hole, so we won't do much at all here. Oh no! Just didn't quite get over it. Penalty coming out of the rough.
5 feet. Inclined to take over, but then we're just kind of easing down
This is
the
what I
hole,
did to
so we
myself
won't do much
yesterday.
at
I kept
all
giving
here.
myself longer par putts, and I think we ended up 6 or 7 over at Bears Club.
Oh no!
To me, again, that's
quite get
the
over it.
value of indoor golf. When you don't have time to play outdoor, not gonna go. Now we missed just a little left. When you don't have time to play
This
the
is
green
what I did to
grass
myself
golf,
yesterday.
I kept giving
as much
myself
as you'd like.
longer.
You can
par
come in and
putts,
play
I
these
think we ended
world-class
up 6 or
courses
7
every day in under an
at
hour.
Bears
I don't
Club. I don't play 7 days a week.
To me,
but,
again,
that's
I would
the
say it's an easy 5.
value of indoor golf.
Some
When you don't
days
have time to
throwing
play
36
outdoor,
holes.
not gonna go.
Lost a fair amount of weight doing it.
Just a little left.
Here we go. 7th
We
hole,
don't have
par
time to
3.
play the green grass golf
154.
as much as you'd like.
You can come in and play. I think we can get a pitching wedge there every day in under an hour. I don't play 7 days a week, but I would say it's an easy 5. Some days we'll throw in 36 holes. Lost a fair amount of weight doing it.
Here we go.
Just a
7th
little
hole,
left
par
of the
3.
flag,
Not much.
154.
A little bit of a hurt wind. I think we can get a pitching wedge there. We'll find it. We'll start just a little left of the flag, not much.
My best wedge of the day.
A good stop on there, yeah, I'll take that. It's a decent look at birdie, finally. After waiting all day.
My best 17th wedge of the day.
Slightly uphill. A good stop on there, yeah, I'll take that. It's a decent look at birdie, finally.
No.
After waiting all
I
day.
got it there.
But, time you can get a gimme par.
Slightly uphill.
We're playing the blue tee, so 6,400 yards, I believe.
No. I think I got it there.
8th hole.
Playing 389.
But, time you can get a gimme par.
Elevated landing area, not too terribly
We're playing
much.
the blue tee, so 6,400 yards, I believe. And left to right wind. We're good. 8th hole.
Playing 389.
Sometimes I'll change
where they've got me set up to hit, but for the most part,
area, not too terribly much.
they know me well. And left to right wind. We're good. Sometimes I'll change, where they've got me set up to hit, but for the most part,
Finally having the driver show up a little bit.
They know me
284.
and that was Healy too.
12 up 3. A little bit of push wind.
Our sand wedge here. Nice full cut at it. Here left.
Finally having the driver show up a little bit. 284.
And that was Healy too.
112 up 3. A little bit of push wind.
Our sand wedge here. Nice full cut at it. Here left.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
24 feet.
Uphill all the way. Was it uphill all the way, or is it just kind of crest?
Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Plateaus around where the hole is. 24 feet. Uphill all the way. Was it uphill all the way, or is it just kind of crest?
Yeah.
Go off the line. Really thought I'd given that enough.
Plateaus
Around where the hole is.
But again, we're in for a gimme par going into the ninth. Par 5. Pretty straight now.
Forward here.
Off trouble left, trouble right.
Really thought I'd given that enough.
Long and straight. But again, we're in for a gimme par going into the
There's one
ninth.
thing about the
Par
Pro
5.
V1X. That's the X left dash, I believe I'm playing.
You hit it good. I mean, it'll go, but pretty straightforward here.
Requires
Trouble
much
left,
more
trouble
precision
right.
on the club face and
Long
the
and straight.
path to get the desired result. But when you do, it rewards you, in my opinion, more than
There's
any
one thing
ball in
about the
golf.
Pro V1X.
That's the X left dash, I believe I'm playing.
Oh,
unless
it'll
you
go,
do that.
but
It requires much more precision on the club face and the path to get the desired result. But when you do,
210 out of a
it
pretty
rewards you,
poorly
in my
struck
opinion, more than any ball in golf.
Can't play too much. It's 300 in.
Being downhill,
Oh,
we could really
unless you
do that.
We really do our daily driver off deck. I try to get at least one in here. 'Cause everybody seems to love the driver off deck. 210 out of a pretty poorly struck golf ball, so can't complain too much. It's 300 in.
Being downhill, I mean, we could really
do our daily driver off deck. I try to get at least one in here. Everybody seems to love the driver off deck. Get out!
It's 83 in. Losing 29%. We'll probably play this right at 100.
Get out! Go relatively full on the 60.
It's 83 in. Losing 29%. We'll probably play this right at 100.
Toey, get over the bunker.
Relatively full on the 60. Very.
punish hard on that one too. We're losing 42%. Terrain penalty for being in the bunker. Get over the bunker. 30, so quick easy math says 50 plus. We're going to be punished hard on that one too. We're losing 42%. Terrain penalty for being in the bunker. 30, so quick easy math says 50 plus. Alright, there we go. 25 feet. Basically flat. Alright, there we go. 25 feet. On that little line there in the center, I call it the cheater bar. If I'm playing by myself, generally I'll try to read the greens because they do give you enough information on the screen. Alright, so we made the turn at 41. That's going to be 5 over. Not necessarily pleased or displeased with it. On that little line there in the center, I call it the cheater bar. Real quick if I'm playing by myself, generally I'll try to read the greens. Since that was our 9th hole, let's check our time here. All right, so we made the turn at 41. That's going to be 5 over. Not necessarily pleased or displeased with it. It is what it is. Grab. All right, we're going to flash over real quick to this camera. Par 5. Works. Yep. So since that was our 9th hole, let's see. Let's check our time here. Oh yeah, got 29 minutes. Finish the back. That was my little breather break. Give this a minute to. Maybe one day I'll get a heart rate monitor and pipe it in there so you can see. Grab our composure. It looks like the value that you're getting. I did Orange Theory one time. That's one of the things they track. Heart rate to a certain. Now I don't think by any means my heart rate's getting to where it was at Orange Theory. That was my little breather break. A fair amount younger those days too. Alright, maybe one day I'll get a heart rate monitor and pipe it in where they've set me up to aim just off the left of that right bunker. I did Orange Theory one time, and that's one of the things they track. Getting your heart rate to a certain. Now I don't think by any means my heart rate's getting to where it was at Orange Theory, but I was a fair amount younger those days too. Alright, here we go. I like where they've set me up to aim just off the left of that right bunker. If I can do them some justice. I can get in the bunker there. Good bounce. One of the things I like about the full swing simulators is that it basically, as soon as your ball travels through those in the four cameras in there, it's on the screen. Bounce. And instant feedback, instant gratification. Works for me. Alright, looks like we don't have too much of a lip to worry about. One of the things I like about the full swing simulators is that it basically, as soon as your ball travels through those four cameras in there, it's on the screen. Instant feedback, instant gratification. Works for me. Alright, looks like we don't have too much of a lip to worry about. Not much loss, that's giving us a good lie. Bunker to bunker. I would have thought that was going to stop a little short, but so 37% loss on 16 yards. Again, kind of scooping a 60 here, trying to get the bunker to bunker. I would have thought that was going to stop a little short, but grid indicators have got right to left break. And
Just try to pop one up again. We've been a little short the last few, but loss every time I try to adjust, I end up blowing it over. So gotta be a little bit short. Again, kind of fight another 60 here, trying to get the read the little grid indicators that we got right. We got up there. We're not gonna get in the gimme range, but we got up there. Yeah, I'm just trying to pop one up again. We've been a little short the last few, but every time I try to adjust, I end up blowing it over. So gotta be a little bit short. We'll fight another day. 14 feet, and still managed a birdie putt. Well, yeah. We got up there. We're not gonna get in the gimme range, but we got up there. Almost hit it on the hosel there. 14 feet, and still managed a birdie putt. Alright, well, good to start the back on par anyway. It's gonna be short. There we go, where are we at? 11th hole, par 3, 169. Slightly right to left, help wind. Alright, well, good to start the back on par anyway. Then I'm going to play intentionally. There we go, where we at? 11th hole, par 3, 169. Slightly right to left, help wind. Not that far right. Trusty old 9-iron. Then I'm going to play intentionally right. Some safety. Let me have some bite. That's, man, I got more of that than I want. Not that far. Avoided the water. Have some bite. That's, man, I got more of that than I wanted. But avoided the water. There's a good bit of downhill in that, I guess not. Good way to follow up. Good shot on a par 3. Alright, 20 feet. There's a good bit of downhill in that, I guess not. Good way to follow up. Good shot on a par 3. Is it going to get 20 feet? Stop. Bogey. My day. Off, isn't it? Come back down. I'm starting to learn this here. I see we got 8 people watching. Is it gonna? Yeah, it's gonna stop. That 8 or bogey. Hold on. 0. Never mind. My day. Off, isn't it? Hopefully we'll get some analytics back at the end of this and see. Quality of the broadcast. I'm starting to learn this. Here, I see we got 8 people watching. Fantastic. Is that 8 or is that 0? Hold on. Alright, 309. Never mind. Hopefully we'll get some analytics dog leg. We want to start us and see a bit. That quality of the broadcast. Nasty, deep bunker. We don't want to be in. Avoid it. Alright, 309. Have that dog leg. We want to start it. Yeah. Good bit. That bunker. That's a nasty, deep bunker. We don't want to be in if we can avoid it. Take that as long as it doesn't go through. It did.
Oh, first cut. Stop. Thank you. There we go. 281. Take that. 49. Go through. It did. Not much. Oh, first cut. Stop. First cut. Thank you. Wind. There we go. 281. Not much loss in this first cut. A little help wind. I'll take that. As long as it'll stop for us. Great. That's what we've been missing today. It's a good old tideless Vokey 60 degree. Very temperamental, but when she chooses to be kind to me, she can really influence the entire golf outing. As long as it'll stop for us. 334 here. That's what we've been missing today. It's a good old tideless Vokey 60 degree. Very temperamental, but when she chooses to be kind to me, she can really influence the entire golf outing. Taking on a fair amount of risk. Cockry 30. The last one straight. I don't generally hit my drives perfectly straight. It'll be a little one way or the other. I'm not one to a little feel of control right there. I can hear you. But you're taking on a fair amount of risk. Cocky because I hit the last one straight. I don't generally hit my drives perfectly straight. There'll be a little one way or the other. I'm not one to control it. Closed that face pretty good there. If you saw that, -6.5. That's pretty closed. Yeah, losing 20. All right, we're gonna go with a full 52 here. Sorry, 56. Closed that face pretty good there. If you saw that, -6.5. That's and just a hair right into that 6.5 mile right to left wind. Yeah, losing 20. All right, we're gonna go with a full 52 here. I'm sorry, 56. That's hard for me when I'm just a hair right not into that. Quite trying to go full, but I know I can't take much off. It's just not really a good distance for me. And I tell you what, though, it's so much better now. It's 9-8 months after opening Swing Away than it was. That's hard for me when I'm not quite trying to go full, but I know I can't take much off. It's not really a good distance for me. That looks like what I do. Just get there. At Ross Bridge. No, 3 inches short. 3 inches short. Privilege of leaving my fishbowl here at Swing Away Golf. If anybody's listening, I'm sure there are a few jokes there. I'm glad my filter turned mine off before I made one of mine. Alright, here we go. 17th hole. Right now we're on track. We par out to shoot an 80. And get in that 10-foot range, which really longer par 4 with water. Going for. I'm hoping to keep this to where I'm at least breaking 80. Close. Let's just try to be wise once. I don't have to keep any big number. Although generally when I do this, it gets me in equally as much trouble, if not a different sort of trouble. elevated 12 feet. Very narrow fairway. I should probably not be the driver, but never call me the brightest. Especially when you're trying to not losing too much. Break 80 in. Bit of a hurt wind. Honestly, I'll take a 7 bite me in the butt. Nah, be okay being a hair short. All right, so we have 104. Losing 33%. On 143 yards, so that's going to basically add. That's a 17-foot par putt, roughly 45 yards. So we'll have to play at 190. I don't remember this. We'll take an 8-iron if we have a nice wind pushing you right into the water. I'm going to play this one right at the flag because I have a left tendency. With the bunker, you'll never hit a right wind. So, perfect world, they would cancel each other and we'd fly deadly accurately right at the kind of took more than I would have expected. Oh, it's gonna be close though. Still up there though. Just enough to give you some hope. Alright, so my tee has gone in the enclosure, or it could be 32%. Only how to putt this, man. The extreme uphill. Cautious. Gap in the terrain penalty. It's not a terrible outcome, especially for me. Uphill 40 yards. Just get in 10. It's going to be close. It's not going to get to. Roll too forward. Do we have to make a par putt here? Yep. Make that a little higher. 11 feet. I don't know if I've made a par putt. Yeah, I think I've snuck one in all day. Yeah, of course it's going to roll out of the gimme range, isn't it? Oh, look at that. It gave me one right at the end there. All right, let's see if we made it on our time. 3 minutes over. 3 minutes over today, and I took a little bit of a break at the turn, but too much more. This is a tough golf course. So we'll check our stats real quick. That was a situation where I think I was here. Find yourself in Birmingham, Alabama. Please stop by Swing Away Golf Club. Make 16.5-foot wide, full swing Pro 2.0 bays. Let's see. All right, here we go. 514 yards. Now we have a virtual green putting green. That's what we're getting a call here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off. I can figure out.